In 2008, Charlotte Mowbray was living her daily life as usual. One night, while sitting quietly at home, her phone suddenly rang. There was no visible number on the screen, just a random sequence of digits. She hesitated for a moment, but decided to answer. What she heard made her blood run cold. It was her own voice. But the voice was filled with fear and panic, as if she were screaming for help. The voice, trembling, said, "Listen to me carefully. Do not go to that place. Don't do it. Something terrible will happen." Before Charlotte could respond or ask questions, the call suddenly disconnected, leaving her in shock. She sat there trying to process what had just happened. Was this some kind of prank? Could it have been a recording? But the voice was identical to hers, with the same way of speaking. She couldn't sleep that night, her mind racing with thoughts about the strange call. The next morning, while drinking her coffee, she remembered that she had planned a trip with her friends to a well-known tourist site outside the city. She started to feel anxious. Could this be what the voice had warned her about? In the end, she decided not to go, despite her friends' attempts to convince her. She stayed home, feeling a bit guilty for ruining their plans, but she couldn't shake the unsettling feeling of danger. That evening, while watching the news, something shocking happened. Tragic accident at the national park. A sudden rock slide leaves many casualties. She froze in place, her eyes wide with shock. That was the same place she was supposed to be that day. If not for that mysterious call, she would have been there in the middle of the disaster. At that moment, she realized that what had happened was no coincidence. She had received a message from the future, a message that saved her life.